I am pleased to present this video in partnership with www.allfreechristmascrafts.com. In this video, we'll be making these Christmas love knot earrings out of Christmas cord. The materials you'll need for this project are, you will need your red cord, you will need a pair of scissors, you will need 2 earring posts right here and the backs that go with them. You will need some clear sealant glue. I'm going to use Mod Podge and a foam brush to apply it with. And you also need your hot glue gun and hot glue. We will start this project by tying our knots. The way that we're going to tie our round ball knots is we are going to make 2 small loops side by side, one slightly on top of the other. Take our free end, our long free end, and weave it over, under, and under the loops. Then we will come back around and we will weave our free end underneath, over itself, and then under 2 loops, and then we'll pull it into a knot. So here's the most challenging part of this project, is to get this to form into a ball knot. So there will be a little bit of tugging here and there, like you do with your shoelaces, for example, and to get it to be as tight as you can get it to be. So we'll make 1 ball knot here. I'm shaping it and I am pulling it. So here's our first ball knot. All right, so let's start our second ball knot. So I'm going to use the same steps. So 1 loop, then a second loop, then over, under, and then we pull it around, and what we have here, this is our first loop here. Now we go over, and then we go under 2 strings, and then we carefully pull our knot closed. And we continue to tighten our knot until it forms a nice little ball. Tightening the knot now. And we have our second ball knot. So now we have our 2 ball knots. Now that we have our 2 ball knots tied, it's going to get a little bit messy. I am going to cut the edges, the excess cord from my knot, and then I'm going to use my glue to seal this in place. So we want to keep the knots intact here, get rid of our excess, and then use our foam brush to liberally put, and this is going to get a little messy here, liberally put glue all over our knots. Now this glue dries clear. Put lots of glue just to seal this in place, and then we'll wait for it to dry clear. And we want to keep this moving so it doesn't stick to the paper. So I'm going to move this over a little bit so that they don't stick to the paper. But we're going to let that dry for a while. And we're back. Now that we have allowed our little knots to dry, as you notice, the glue dried completely clear. Excellent. So now we've got out our little post here. We're going to put a little dab of hot glue on our post, and we are just going to glue this down to make little stud earrings on our love knots here. Here's the first one. And do the second one here. Just trying to find the flat spot that I want to use to put down my love knot. And there you have it. These are our little love knot Christmas earrings. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. This video has been brought to you in partnership with www.allfreechristmascrafts.com.